So first we bring up the Anaconda Navigator and then choose database, this environment, virtual environment. So we need to wait a while. Okay, and then we launch. We launch this one, PowerShare prompt, and then go to your project folder. Okay, so this is my project folder, and then I bring up my editor. Now, now you can see the this example, W04-3. This W04-3 copy from W04-2. Okay, very, very similar. Okay, but the difference is that the in this dash 3, it reads the whole CSV file and then fit in to the H2 relational database. Okay, so the first line still the same. We needed to pandas because we need the pandas to read the CSV file and convert it to a data frame. And then we need this one JDABI API to interact with the H2 database. And at this part, I defined a function, a user-defined function. The function is simply just output something, output the record, okay? And by giving the raw, there's a variable. In fact, from this statement, from the line 5, you can see the raw has to be a tuple in order to fit in the print, right? This is the formatting output, okay? So the 7 from the line 7 and the 13 is the same. It's just insert into the stock info. And then giving the template, giving the format the prefix. And then this part 7 and the 21 is just open the H2 database by this driver. Okay, and this D column projects is my data folder. And make sure that you have put in the correct folder. For me, the ArangoDB data, and then under that I have two H2 files. Okay, and then this part is it just simply tells the Python where your H2 jar file is. Jar is a package. You can think of it that way. And then we wanted to, after connect, we wanted to initiate a cursor object so that we can operate with this H2 table. Okay. So the 25th is executed the truncate table where we wanted to delete every record to clean up the stock info table first, and then I'm giving two variables showing where the IBM 2017 CSV is. As you can see, this is my folder over here. This is IBM 2017 CSV right here. And then I combine these two as one, and let the pandas read the CSV to open this file, open this CS file, and convert it into my data set, which is a data frame. It's a pandas data frame, standard data frame. And then as long as I have all my records in this data frame, and then I can perform a loop. This line means that I'm going to loop from the first row all the way to the end. This shape, data frame's shape, is the dimensions of this data frame. So the shape 0 simply means how many records in this data frame, how many records. Okay, so I need all the records. So that's why I simply range start from 0 all the way to the number of rows of this data frame. And then this line 32, very, very important, is that I'm going to locate by position. So that's why I use iLocation. I use this one and given I for the in the beginning the I equals to 0. So there will be the first row, and then will be 1 and 2 and so on and so forth all to the end. So this means that I will get a single row based on the position of the record. And then I just modify the code from the W04-2. I modify this. Okay, so split right. As you can see in this case, I use the random number. Okay, I modify this because right now we have a real data. So the real data is stored by this row variable. And then the first column is the IBM because it's stock ID, it's a static, it's the constant value. And then the date, open, high, low, close, given the field name of this data set. Okay. Remember, there's a space over here because that in the original CSV file, the title, the field name has a space over there. Let me show you. Right. Okay. Let me show you. So you can see this. There's a space between the adjust and close. So that's why. Let me close it. That's why I left a space in between. And then I also divided 1000 for the volume because the value of the volume column are very, very big. So I just simply calculate divided by 1000 to make it as a k. Okay? And then since I have derived the SQL for insert, and then I just simply execute this insert. So in this case, it will continuously insert from the first row of in this data set, and then all the way to the end. And then to make sure that the database has been successfully uh, insert. So I in this case I just execute the select for the first 5. Okay, for the first 5, and then fetch all, and then just print it out. Print it out is will call this function. Simply just print. Okay, let me close this one. But what about I wanted to print out the last 5. So you can do this. Still select, but given an order because we are assigning the order uh, for the cursor. So the order is that first is stock ID and then is a stock date. However, the start date is in descending method. Uh, uh, that means that the latest date will flow in the top. So and then I limited the 5, and then copy this part, fetch all, and then print the raw. Just simply copy, and then I will get the 5. I will get the last 5 of the in the database, and then close the cursor and close the connection. Okay, so how to run this? How to run this? Let's go back to the PowerShell, because you have already in under the DB in virtual environment. This is very important because uh, whatever we need, the package will be installed under this uh, virtual environment. And then once you confirm this, and then you can confirm W04, you can confirm your programs are in the correct place. So in this case, I confirm that in current folder is my program, contains my program. So and then I just simply Python W04-03, okay, and then W04-03 py. This, okay. So let's do it. Oh, something wrong. There's a typo over here. So Python. Okay. Okay. Now, so the first 5, yeah, as you can see, this the 2017-01. That's the first 5, and then the bottom is the December 12th. Is the last 5 records. Okay. So right now, make sure that you can run under the DB environment, and make sure that you have install this package. Okay. So if you are not sure, you can do this conduct install JDB API. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same way. Same way. You go to the navigator over here and choose all, then giving the the J. Okay, it's the same. It's the same way to install the package. Okay, that'll be all for this session.